Hi, my name is Chad Magill, and I'm a believer in TED, technology, entertainment, design. I, like you, was sitting in those seats at the very first TED event in Houston. I was inspired. It showed me the importance. It showed me the importance. It showed me the importance of sharing great ideas. It showed me the importance of continuing the conversation. I'm here to talk to you today about a city deserving a beating heart. Now, when you talk about a heart of a city, anywhere in the world, and speaking of anywhere in the world, there are TED events happening today and tomorrow at the Great Wall of China, in Madrid, Spain, in Mongolia, in New York, in Corpus Christi today. So you're a part of a great movement. When you talk about the heart of a city, you talk about downtown. Now, each of you today knew I was going to talk about downtown, right? But when we, as a community, or even cities around the world, talk about downtown, sometimes you hear some negative comments. Sometimes you hear things like, you can't do that. That will never happen. That's not the way we've always done it. I hear a lot of people in here, yeah. There's no money for that. Not in my backyard. You're wasting your time. It's been tried before, and it failed. Who's behind this? Who's making money off of this? What's the real story, and why are you involved? It won't change in my lifetime. What a waste of money. We have better things to invest in. This is around the world. You are crazy. People say that to me all the time. Why would anyone work so hard to get nowhere? I knew you were a dreamer, but now I also know you were a fool. Remember that one. Have you heard any of these before? Yes. Yeah, I hear you saying yes. I bet you know what I'm talking about too, right? Right. You're right. I'm talking about the San Antonio Riverwalk. Robert Hugman in 1929 presented a master plan to the city of San Antonio about this vision he had for San Antonio, for the Riverwalk. Now today, you and I know that the Riverwalk is one of the most beautiful places in Texas, and well, Texas is the most beautiful place on earth. So I'll read this to you. This is on a plaque at the Riverwalk. And I quote Mr. Hugman, "I opened my office at river level, and when I did this, people said, in essence, I knew you were a dreamer, but now I know you are also a fool. You'll be drowned like a rat in your own hole." As you can see, Mr. Hugman's vision is a beautiful place. Here it is at Christmas. "I knew you were a dreamer, but now I also know you're a fool." Well, the Riverwalk generates $800 million a year into the local economy. "I knew you were a dreamer, but now I also know you're a fool." The Alamo and the Riverwalk are the top two attractions in San Antonio, and the most visited city in Texas hosts 26 million tourists a year. "I knew you were a dreamer, but now I also know you're a fool. The economic impact funds thousands of projects and programs throughout the entire city and community. And let me repeat this, throughout the entire city and community. There is no doubt that the heart of any city is downtown. All downtowns have evolved. Better or worse, they are either vibrant, beating heart, full of life, or they're one that hopes to do so again in the future. So how do you bring life back to the heart of our city? How do you get the heart of our city vibrant and beating again? Now I'm going to ask you to do three things with me real quick, okay? So I need your attention. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. I'm going to ask you to breathe deep. I'm going to ask you to pay attention and listen to your heartbeat. Listen to it. Okay, did you hear me stop the snapping? Were you waiting for the next one? Are you waiting for that next beat to happen? That's where we are today. We're waiting for that next beat. We're waiting for that heart to start beating again. But we hear in the community around the world and right here in our own city, that you can't do that. That's not the way we've always done it. There's no money for that. You're wasting your time. It's been tried before and it failed. Who's behind this? Who's making money off of this? What's the real story and why are you involved? It won't change in my lifetime. What a waste of money. We have better things to invest in. You are crazy. Why would anyone work so hard to get nowhere? I knew you were a dreamer, but now I also know you were a fool. Let me share a story with you. Back in 2005, on the third Thursday of every other month, 5 venues would stay open after hours in the heart of Corpus Christi, Texas. 5 venues would be happy to have 25 people show up that evening on the third Thursday of every other month. Those 5 venues were called crazy for asking the Downtown Management District Marketing Committee to continue such an event, to help it grow. And the DMD Marketing Committee saw potential. They looked past people calling them crazy and decided that Art Walk was born. The Marketing Committee never gave up. 5 venues became 10. We even added a band, and even a band on the tram. 25 people became 50. The DMD Marketing Committee pushed harder for more funding and resources to grow the event, to get the beat going again downtown. The DMD Marketing Committee decided we need to have this growing event on the first Friday of every month. Once a month, every month, Art Walk. The first Friday of every month began August 6, 2010. 10 venues became 25, 35, 45, 50 people became 200, 300, 500. 45 venues became 65, 75, and 80 plus today. 500 people became 3,000, 5,000, and 7,500 plus today. Yes, I said 7,500 plus today in the heart of Corpus Christi. You can hear it. You can feel that beat starting again. How do you bring life back to the heart of our city? You bring creativity. You embrace arts and culture. You show off all of our local talent. You give people something they can embrace, something they can love, something they can bring friends to or invite visitors to. You can give something to people to be proud of and to take on new life every month. How do you bring life back to the heart of our city? The bottom line is you bring people. You bring people and watch them create. You watch them enjoy. You watch them embrace the heart of our city. Once a month, every month, at Art Walk. Today, Art Walk's success draws over 7,500 plus people a month. The heart of our city comes alive and has brought positive change. A few of the many successes: the Smith Building, 15 plus residences. The New Aces Loft, 60 plus residences. Marina Market Days started the day after Art Walk. So now that's once a month too, but it doesn't rhyme as well as Art Walk. But anyways, Bridge Walk is the first Sunday of every month, and hundreds of people cross the bridge, and even some dogs. It's great. It's now a fitness day. A few of the future successes, I'll show you some sneak previews here. Chaparral Street improvements coming up. Chaparral Street improvements lighting. The Lichtenstein Building, 160 apartments and retail. The Google Earth 3D project, it's not even launched yet, and it's being submitted for an international award this month. It allows people to log in from anywhere in the world, view our downtown in 3D, research, and look at the buildings and availability for adaptive reuse, revitalization, and areas that they could be a part of our downtown as well. That may even spread across our community, especially if it wins the award. So how do you bring life back to the heart of our city? How do you get that beat going again? Well, you remember those negative comments? That you can't do that? That's not the way we've always done it. There's no money for that. Let's replace that with a beat that keeps moving forward, maybe more than once a month, and those negative comments impact us less. So in Corpus Christi, Texas, we need to ask ourselves, are we not good enough? Are we not creative enough? Do we trust each other enough? Do we want our neighborhoods and aging infrastructure to keep falling apart? Do we hand this mess to the next generation and hope that they solve it? I believe we're good enough. I believe we're creative enough, and I believe we can trust each other. I believe our neighborhoods and infrastructure deserve more, and I certainly believe our future generations deserve more. I knew you were a dreamer, but now I also know you're a fool. When you hear negativity, I hope it impacts you much less. I hope you're inspired by hearing the beat of the heart of the city coming back. I'll close with this. The economic impact can fund thousands of projects and programs throughout the entire city and community. People ask me every day, they say, why do you focus so much on downtown? What's the heart of our community? Just like your body, the heart's not working, the rest of the body is searching for answers to solve, and the solution is there all the whole time. With that, I'll close with this. Corpus Christi, Texas, I'm very proud to say to the world that we believe we're a city deserving of a beating heart. Thank you.